On today's show, it's the last entry of the year. Got a nice little quick appetizer for you. We got some dolphin right here. We're gonna do some cubed dolphin. We're gonna deep fry it and then we're gonna serve it with our wasabi cocktail sauce. Welcome to Gourmet Fishing. I'm your host, David Murray. Hey, and for the last time this year, let's go ahead and get started on our fried dolphin right now. Let's go ahead and get started on our little deep fried dolphin cubes. Right here we got a nice little fillet, little head fillet on the dolphin, and we're going to, I tell you what, don't talk about it, let's go ahead and do it. We're going to come in and we're going to try to cut some nice even little cubes. Put that one down, replace it with a little bowl that we can kind of sort of mix everything up in. Now, let's see, what do we, you know what? Let's go ahead. Yeah, well, we'll get this little guy off right there. And then, boom. There you go. How about that? That's kind of what we're looking for. We could drop him in there. He'll be all right. Well, he's not really a cube, but you know what? He'll work. So let's see. What am I going to come? I'm going to come in here, and then I'm just going to take my knife, sharp knife. Well, kind of sharp. And then we're going to take that off. And this is kind of, this little thing right here comes off the top part of the head. And it's kind of like a little, I don't know if you want to, the chef's, the chef's little piece that he always likes to have for himself. But anyway, that's kind of like the little tenderloin part of the dolphin. So we're going to come in, let's see here. This little piece, we're just going to, just kind of make them as even, as we can possibly do, just like that. Now with this one, I'm probably going to get, let's see, that and this. Just like so. Come in here, cube, 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 and I didn't quite plan that one out, but that right there, that's what we're looking for. Beautiful little cubes of our dorado or dolphin. You know what, I'm going to come in here with this and cut him down just a tad, just like that. But there it is. Quick, simple, easy. Now this, this, let me wash my hands real quick. There it is. This could probably, that'd probably serve me. So let's call this a single serving. Next, we're going to come in. Let's see here. Let me check my oil real quick. I've got that preheating. It's up at about 350. Oh, remember that thing that I'm always trying to grab? Right now, right toward the top, right there. That's 280 degrees. On the back end, it's about 130. So you're going to need to have something to, grab like a little extra towel down here that I'm going to use here in a few minutes, but I got to actually touch that. I'm going to turn this down to about a medium low, just to kind of keep that temperature where it is, and we'll bump it up right before we add our dolphin. Right here we've got some blackening seasoning. You can find that on the website gourmetfishing.com. Go over to the recipe tag and it's somewhere in there. So I'm just going to come in and lightly dust. This is probably going to be a couple of teaspoons. It's kind of more of a, okay, what is that? Does that look right? Yeah, and how hot do I want it to be? So we're going to come in and now we're just going to cover all of our little dolphin pieces, just like so. And I tell you, I'm going to come back and hit it again. So we're probably 2.5, maybe 3 teaspoons of our seasoning. And just like that. Yes, okay, yeah, we see that, look at that. We got everything, for the most part, nice and covered and all gonna be delicious. I'm gonna grab my towel here, wipe my hands off. I don't think we need you anymore. I'll put you back here. Come in with just a nice bowl. I'm gonna transfer that to here. And then we're gonna come in with a little bit of cornstarch, and I'm going to bump this up to medium. Don't need a lot of cornstarch, we just need to get it nice and coated. So we'll just come in here just like this. Let's see, I think I had a half a cup in there. That's, what is that? Come on. Obviously it said I didn't use any, but anyway, that's probably, 2, 3, maybe 4 tablespoons. But again, we'll come in here and just lightly coat it just like so. Heck yeah, sorry about the noise with my ring. So that little guy, he'll be fine. So I'm going to come in with a little bit more. Just like that. Put you back over here. And now, yeah, see, just like that. So let's just call that, I don't know, 4 to 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. Just like so. And now we're going to be ready to deep fry our little dolphin cubes. And I tell you what, it's not going to take long at all for these to be done. All right, there you go. We're at about 365 degrees, and I think that's going to be good. Again, I'm going to turn that down just a tad. We don't want to get it too hot. So anyway, here we go. We need to be careful. We can have a little bit of splattering. Where is my little, here it is. I don't know what that's called. Some kind of a strainer do-jiggy thingy. So we're going to come in here and add, you know, I don't know, maybe, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're just going to kind of sort of slowly put these in here, just like so. Come on. There you go. And we're going to fry these in 2 batches. Heck yeah. Oh, man. Man, that just, I got to smell all those blackening flavors come out. That is going to be delicious. And again, hardly any time at all. Probably a minute, minute and a half. And then we will put those over here and go in with round 2. All right, so we've been at it for about a minute. Now I'm going to come in with a fork, and I'm just going to kind of turn these over just a little bit to kind of get them nice and cooked on the other side. But I tell you what, almost don't need to do that because they're almost covered with our hot oil. But we are very close to batch 1 being done. Right, I tell you what, it has been about, I'd say almost 2.5 minutes, and I think we are done. So we're going to come over, transfer. Yeah, this isn't working as well as I thought. It's not, you know, it would definitely work if it was a little deeper of a pan. I tell you what, that little cast iron pan right there is doing wonders. We got that right there. And first thing we need to do when we bring something like this out of the oil, add a little salt right on top too, and make sure it's just to your taste. You know, you don't have. There's no exact amount. It's up to you. So let's go ahead and come in here, and we're going to finish this off. And you know what? I'm not even going to worry about this little guy yet. We're just going to be very careful, and we're going to drop these in by hand, just like that. Okay. Voila. And there you go. Now we've got ourselves a nice little batch of our dolphin, I'll leave that one on, our dolphin bits. We're going to let these things go. That oil did cool down just a tad, so we're going to cook these just a little bit longer than the first batch. I'm going to tell you what, those are starting to come up to temperature. While we're waiting on this, let's go ahead and get started on our Wasabi Cocktail Sauce. It is 3 ingredients, very simple. It can be a little overpowering because of this stuff right here, so be careful. This is wasabi powder that I mixed with water. This was a 1/2 tablespoon of powder and a 1/2 tablespoon of cold water. We mixed that up well until it turned into a paste like that, and we let it sit for about 10 minutes. And that magic 10 minutes has, I don't know what it does, but it really brings out the flavors and the potency, I guess you could say, of the wasabi powder. So right here, this is a 1/4 cup of ketchup. I'm using Heinz ketchup. I love Heinz ketchup, so that's what I'm using. Right here, we've got about a teaspoon or so. No, it's about a tablespoon of soy sauce. And right here, this is our 1/2 tablespoon of our wasabi paste. Just like that, get all these flavors out. Voila. Now we're just going to come in and we're going to mix this away. Oh man, there you go right there. Ooh, son, you can smell that wasabi. So I say you need to be careful with that. Go to gourmetfishing.com recipe section, and you can find the full recipe for the cocktail sauce. This is kind of not a modified, but a reduced amount, since we're only having 1 serving of that, and it's got all the quantities that you need to make a full batch. So speaking of that, I even cut that down a little bit with the wasabi. The smaller batch usually calls for a tablespoon. I went to a half of a tablespoon. So, but there it is right there. We're gonna let that sit for a minute. And while that is sitting, you stay right there. We're gonna need to come over here and take a look at our little dorado bites. And I tell you what, I think those are just about done. All right, I tell you what, it is time to transfer these. Let me grab this little guy right here. And with the help of our fork, we will get those out of the oil. Voila. Just like so, in you go. And this is awesome. And voila, there we go. There it is. There is our dolphin. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut that off. Check that out. Oh man. And then while they're still wet, let's come in here and grab ourselves a little bit of salt. Boom, there it is. How simple and quick was that, man? Heck yeah. But you know what's nice is the cornstarch just gives it a nice little crisp coating. You know, it's not like it's dredged in flour and egg and all that, and you've got that breading around it. Nope, this is almost all fish. So I tell you what, while we're talking, I'm going to move that little guy off the heat. Drop you here. Now, how are we going to serve this? Well, I'm going to clean this up real quick. We got this nice little, kind of a cute little appetizer platter with a little place for our sauce. So we're going to come over. Tell you what, we will bring this to me, and we will load up. You know what? I'm just going to come in here just like this. Drop these in here. Bring you in here. Yep, those are nice and warm. That's the ones we just took out. Yep. And check that out, man. Wham. Oh, wow. So let's come in here. We're going to add a little bit of our cocktail sauce to our, I guess that's a scallop shell or something, just like that. Oh, man, how about that? Check that out. Man, that looks delicious. And here we go, man. Here is our fried dolphin, or fried dorado, whatever you want to call it, with our wasabi cocktail sauce. Oh, and if you want the recipe, inscription down below. Also, gourmetfishing.com. We've got all our recipes and all the videos that are associated with those recipes, and some other little videos just kind of sort of hanging out there on fishing, rigging, and all kind of other neat little things that you can use. I tell you what, I think it's time for a little taste test. So I'm going to move this right back here. You know what we can also do? We got a little honey pineapple mustard right there. Here's a little bit of a sweet and hot mustard. All kind of little dipping sauces. But I tell you what, these little guys right here. How about that? Our little marlin skewers. Heck yeah. So I tell you what, I'll grab this guy right here. Which one do I want? This one right here? Oh man, look at that. Nice. It's kind of sort of flaking in my fingers. I'm going to give a little bit of a dip in our sauce. Now, I don't know how spicy hot this is. I guess we'll find out in a second. So here we go. Oh man, that's good. And again, not too spicy hot for me. Not sure. But with that cocktail sauce, you might want to make it a little diluted. Taste it, and if you need to add a little more wasabi to it, that's fine. It's easier to add more than take it out. But man, I tell you all what, that is delicious. So thanks for joining me this year right here on Gourmet Fishing. And I tell you what, until next time, God bless, and we'll see you next year.